So I don't know what to think about X these days, formerly Twitter. On one hand, you've got CEO Linda Yaccarino enforcing this freedom of reach but not freedom of speech policy and lawful but awful, which is obviously just shadow banning 2.0 for saying things that somebody at Twitter doesn't like, or that an organization like the ADL tells Twitter, now X, that they don't like. So you got that going on. But then on the other hand, you've got Elon Musk threatening to sue the ADL, which I like because the ADL is just a fraudulent, obviously partisan political operation. Here's what Elon Musk himself said. To clear our platform's name on the matter of anti-Semitism, it looks like we have no choice but to file a defamation lawsuit against the Anti-Defamation League. Oh, the irony. And if you want to know what a joke the ADL has become, well, let's take a look at their hate symbols database. So these are the very first things on it, okay? 100%, 109, 110, 1, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1423, 1488, 18, 21, 2, 12, 23, 16, 23, 311, 318, 33, 6, 38, 43, 511, 737, 83, 88. So that's a lot of numbers. What about 25? You think you're safe with 25? Well, 12 plus 13? Yeah, sorry, Nazi. Yeah, if you just recovered from a cold and somebody asks how you're doing and you say you're 100%, well, that means you're 100% hate and probably on your way to a pogrom. Alex said this, wouldn't be the first time the Defamation League would be found to have defamed people. And here it says, judge fines ADL $10.5 million in Colorado defamation suit. To which Elon Musk replied, interesting. In our case, they would potentially be on the hook for destroying half the value of the company. So roughly $22 billion. Well, that's a lot of defamation. And yet people are having fun with this on the internet. Everyone I don't like is anti-Semitic. An emotional child's guide to politics. Here, Elon Musk wrote this about Jonathan Greenblatt, who is the head of the ADL. He said, Jonathan at ADL kicked off a massive Twitter boycott campaign less than a week after the acquisition closed. Literally nothing had changed about the site. Our U.S. revenue is still 60% down from that campaign, but slowly improving. And here's the tweet from the ADL. Today we are joining dozens of other groups to ask advertisers to pause Twitter spending because we are profoundly concerned about anti-Semitism and hate on the platform. But let's look in on this. Here, Elon Musk retweeted this. He says, accurate analysis from Mario Narfall, debunking the lies in ADL's response to Elon Musk, in response to him saying that he's going to sue them. He claimed that Elon brought and amplified anti-Semitism and hate speech back to the platform. This is not true. The X safety team shared that an independent assessment by Sprinkler found that hate speech impressions on X to be 0.003% compared to Twitter's estimate of 0.012%. So it actually went down. Again, Elon Musk says, accurate analysis. So I wonder what it's really about then. Well, interestingly, I found this on the FBI.gov website. Here, James B. Comey, Director, Federal Bureau of Investigation. This was from May 2017. And this was a speech he gave at the Anti-Defamation League National Leadership Summit in Washington, D.C. He said, I first met with you in the spring of 2014 when I was relatively new on the job, just 7 months in. I sang your praises as an organization that fights for inclusivity and diversity, equality and justice. An organization that works with us to fight hate crime and terrorism, to educate law enforcement, and to build bridges with underrepresented communities. Now, keep in mind, this is James Comey saying this, all right? Yeah, the same James Comey that for some reason the DOJ declined to prosecute. They seem to like prosecuting political figures these days. I wonder why they didn't prosecute him. But the same James Comey that the DOJ declined to prosecute despite finding that he leaked info. And why did he leak info? It was to hurt Donald Trump. But anyway, back to the letter. I labeled that last speech a love letter to the ADL. 3 years later, I can say, from the perspective of the FBI, we're still in love with you. You know who else loves the ADL? Biden administration. They get to go to the White House to talk about confronting domestic extremism. Not this kind. Or this kind. Or this kind. But, this kind, the important kind. Tweets. And people tweeting things they don't like. Oh, and as for the CEO of the ADL, Jonathan Greenblatt, he was a special assistant to the president for President Obama. How about that? Seems like there's a pretty cozy relationship between the ADL and the Democratic Party. And one might wonder if perhaps they don't work together to get rid of voices that they don't like. Here at Wall Street Silver said the ADL is a left-wing group focused on controlling corporations in service to a political ideology. It has nothing to do with its original mission. If you don't obey them, they will defame you by calling you anti and insert slur. And that's referencing the original tweet by Elon Musk saying that the ADL had kicked off a massive Twitter boycott campaign less than a week after the acquisition closed, and literally nothing had changed about the site in that time, of course. Again, it sure looks like there's something else at play, right? And remember that Elon Musk was promising free speech. And yes, I know he hired Yaccarino after that, and now there's the, freedom of speech but not of reach, and lawful but awful and all that nonsense. But this is before all of that. But Elon Musk replied to Wall Street Silver there saying 100. And according to the ADL, that's a hate crime. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.